guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Caitlyn Raven, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing my everyday makeup routine, so if you're interested in this look, then just keep on watching. I'm taking the spoolie and just going in the front and making sure everything looks nice and blended and natural. Then after that, I'm going to conceal under my brows. Okay, next we're gonna move on to foundation. So this is the Makeup by Mario foundation. I absolutely love it. I don't use a lot of this, just like half of a full pump. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that on my face. If you're new to matching yourself with foundations, you should match to your neck, not to your face. I'm gonna be using this flat dome brush from e.l.f. This is the Ultimate Blending Brush. I love this one. I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of setting spray just to help blend it out a little bit more. I'm not a huge foundation girly, but if I'm gonna wear something, it needs to be something that's more on the lighter side. Now I'm not gonna put any under my under eye because we're gonna highlight there, so I don't want to have too much product and then it'd be like cakey and thick and stuff, so there's no need to put any foundation right underneath your under eye. So now that's all blended, the next step is going to be highlighting. I'm going to be using the Maybelline eraser. I actually really love this one. This one's in the shade 141, and I'm just going to go under my under eye and place that product there. So I'm going to put that under the under eye, and then I have a little bit of that concealer left on the back of my hand. So what I'm going to do, the one that's closest to my skin tone, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the edges of that concealer. You don't want to go in with a super bright concealer shade without one to help you blend it underneath, because then it won't look as natural. But let me tell you something, when it comes to blending out your under eye, you want to be very particular about what you use. If you want to use a brush, get you a brush like this. This is the Japanese 718 brush, and it is very dense and it's round and it's small so that it fits perfectly in that area. Y'all, I have been using this brush to blend my under eye highlight, and I'm not going back. I'm not using anything else. I'm actually about to go buy a couple more of these brushes so I can always have a clean one. Anyway, so we have let the concealer sit. I like to let mine sit for a little while, and now you're going to go ahead and blend it. So I'm going to start with the edges first, and I'm just kind of tapping and keeping that concealer in the area. And I forgot to mention, but you want to make sure that your skin is prepped and primed before applying makeup. I already moisturized and did my skincare routine, so my face was ready to go. But that's very important for your makeup application. Now the next step before we apply any powders, you want to go ahead and do all your creams first. I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty cream blush in the shade Bliss. Do cream bronzer so we can move on to setting. But you take a pressed powder and a really light shade and put it under your eye first before you set. This is going to help you get that super soft, smooth look. Trust me on it, just do it. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this kind of like flat but fluffy brush. I'm going to press it on here, tap the excess off, and I'm going to press it underneath my under eye. Okay, so the second step to setting your face, we're going to actually use a setting powder now. This is the One Size translucent powder, and let me give y'all a tip. When you're trying new makeup products, do not go grab the full size bottle of stuff. A lot of the stuff I own is mini size because it'll be my first time trying it, and I don't want to buy a whole bottle for $40 and I don't even like the product. So if I'm trying something new, I normally get the mini size. It's cheaper and you're just making sure you're not wasting money. So now I'm going to take the infamous powder puff and I'm just going to press this under my face, and I'm not going to blend it all the way. I am going to slightly bake just because I get really oily in my T-zone and I don't like my makeup to get oily throughout the day. So just in the areas I get oily, I'm just going to go ahead and press that powder, and we're just going to leave it there pretty much until we're done with our makeup. We're going to leave this there. Okay, so another one of my favorite parts is actually bronzing. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Mocha Mommy. Y'all, every time I try to get my hands on this, it would be out of stock. So I was able to get it one time and I stuck with it. I'm going to be using this really fluffy brush. This is actually a blush brush from Real Techniques, but I'm going to use it for bronzer. So I'm just going to take some of that powder and we're just going to warm up the face. Doing your makeup, it will take you time to learn your face because you can learn the steps, but you have to also learn where, like, placement in makeup is very important. You're going to learn where you need to place your contour, because it's not the same place where I need to do mine. And right after that, we're going to go straight into powder blush. I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Duo. I love this. Like, this is the only blush I use pretty much powder wise. I do want to go get the other shade that they have because it's supposed to be a dupe to the Dior. So I have 2 of these brushes. I'm going to go in with another one to do the blush. I'm just going to mix those 2 shades together and go on the apples of my face. And that's why I like the fluffy one, because it helps to put the product on lightly without it looking so harsh. We don't want harsh. So your blush is done. Now you are ready to take off this powder. I'm going to use the same brush that I used to put that white powder under my eye. I'm going to use that, just go in. I'm kind of like blending it in at the same time. And this is also going to help blur out any harsh lines that you may have between your blush and your contour and your highlight. Okay, so now that most of the face has been completed, we're just going to go in and do a few final touches and then we'll be done. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to use that same bronzer and use it as an eyeshadow. I'm not a huge eyeshadow person, but I do believe that it gives the face a little bit of warmth and it just gives it that extra pop. These lashes are from the hair store, by the way. For our final step, we're going to do lips, which is, this is my favorite. I know I said highlight was my favorite, but your lips literally bring the whole look together. So I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place. This is in the shade Brownie. Y'all need to go get this. And make sure your liner is blended, so blend it out. Okay, and then for the actual lip color, I'm going to be using the Kylie lipstick. This is a matte one in the shade Kylie. So I just put like a little bit here. Now we're going to spray our face down, and that's going to complete this look. I'm going in with the One Size spray. I love this stuff, so I'm actually going to go back and get the full size bottle, and I'm going to mix it with the MAC Fix It Stay Over. So yeah. Woo! And this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found something new that you can use in your makeup routine. I will have all the products listed below in the description box, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.